Alright, so I'm going to be breaking down and kind of giving my reaction to Group A's of the 2024 Euros and the last match day between Scotland, Hungary, and Switzerland versus Germany. So let's start off with Switzerland versus Germany here. Now this game was as entertaining, but I'd say it was not as good as a watch as Scotland versus Hungary, as you know, as a fan. And to go on here, I'm going to kind of go over the player ratings and go over the stats a little bit. So obviously Germany had already moved on into knockout rounds before this. Germany scored a goal that was called off early. Switzerland scored. Then Switzerland could have made it 2-0, got called off, and then it ended up Germany scoring. And when we go down to the player ratings here, it's kind of a bunch of interesting ratings here to see. Obviously, Kai Havertz 7.6, and highest rating on the pitch today was Tony Kroos. Of course, I mean the man's a legend. Kimmich with 6.9 here. Middle stat also a 6.9 there. So between your fullbacks back here, you got 6.9. Huh. Rudiger 7, like I said. Noor 7.1. Musiala 6.9. A bunch of 6.9s here. 6.9s. But I think Germany's performance wasn't. They didn't really need to see much. Switzerland, that had a really clutch goal. Overall, Summers' game today was okay. I mean, I agree with his rating as a 6.4. I think that's I think with their highest rated player being 7.6, I think that is definitely fair enough. I mean, they could have. I think they probably should have won, but credit due to Germany for tying it and getting the point here. Obviously, that was an extra time by Fulkrug. But when we go to the stats here, their total shots, like, look at this. Germany dominated the game for the most part, and Switzerland, to their credit, got their goal with the chances they got. I mean, Germany kind of dominated the ball. So when I go for most of even the commentary here, even when my reaction to this game is that Germany somehow found a way to get a point in that. As of now, I'd say they're probably comfortably my favorites, best squad so far. If I were to give a top three, I would probably say Germany at 1, and 2 and 3 could be changed, but I'm going to say Portugal and Spain. And then 4 or 5 would be Netherlands. And then 5, I don't know, maybe France. I mean, obviously, we saw them. Netherlands and France obviously played with no Mbappe. That was a draw. But yeah, I'm going to say Netherlands, France, 4 5. But top 3, Portugal, Spain, and Germany in no particular order. But if I were, like I said, number one's for sure Germany. So overall reaction to this is that Germany's going to be Germany this year, as it seemed, at least in the group stages, and Switzerland got themselves a point too to get themselves into that second place there. And now for what a match this was. Scotland versus Hungary was just a absolute class match in my opinion. So when we go down to the ratings here, I mean, this game was great throughout. I do think Hungary played better throughout, to be honest. Obviously, when it comes to the only goal here of the match, it came in 90 plus 10, 100 minutes by Showboat. And when you think of Scotland, they had many opportunities. I know Adams was very poor today, and it seemed the Scots were getting pretty mad at his performance, especially coming from a striker. Gunn with a great performance. I mean, I don't think he was saving that goal. Took him, like 15, 20 seconds after Scotland's attempted shot to score in extra time to go down there and score. John McGinn was, I don't know how John McGinn. Robertson obviously subbed off captain, and I saw something saying that when the team's best player, at least nationally, seems to be obviously their captain is a left back. Most of the time, they're not here for success, and obviously Scotland hasn't won a international match, at least in a major tournament, in a while. In a while, right? And I think this could have been the one, and honestly, it could have been the one last match. McGregor was okay. McTominay, I think, was okay. He got that yellow card, so even if they were to score a goal, and some because they still have to try to make advance without something that doesn't rely on winning games, right? They need help from something. Even Hungary's not guaranteed to move on, but even if they were to score a goal, McTominay was he wasn't eligible for their next game. Stuart Armstrong, he had him and Shanklin were okay in their subs. I mean, 6'2", 6'1's here. Martin Adam, the beast striker. I thought he was gonna score, to be honest. But overall, I mean, I thought Scotland could have scored a goal, right? And the funny part is these stats, right? The possession throughout the game, and like if you covered up all of this and just looked at possession, you would think that maybe this would have been 1-0 Scotland. But the expected goals, the shots, all of this, they had no big chances. Their passes were great, but then you go to corners and fouls. Their offense and their tactics were just seemed rush. They seemed very rush. And credits to Hungary. What a goal that was. And I just felt maybe in like the 80th minute onwards that Hungary was just building momentum to score. Then it was just a collapse from there. But Scotland ended up with 1 point. Sad to see the Scots go without getting a win there in the major tournament. But maybe their time will come, and their fans were great there in Germany. But when it comes to Hungary, I don't know if they're going to advance. What I will tell you is I think this is probably the second best game I've watched this Euros, and although it didn't have, wasn't goal heavy, it wasn't really offensive heavy. I feel like it was you saw the true passion right here between of international play here between Hungary and Scotland. So overall, my takeaways from final group stages of Group A is Germany is obviously favorites of mine. But Switzerland, I think Switzerland, I don't know if they have it in them to make like a little underdog dark horse run in them, but I do think they played solid enough in the group stages. Whereas Hungary, we don't know yet. And the Scots, I mean, I saw some people, including myself, I thought they're going to be dark horses. I mean, obviously that Germany match was bad, and I thought they were going to win against Switzerland. They just conceded. But overall, that's kind of my reaction to both matches, and I'm excited to see Germany go on into the knockout stages. So, if you guys want to see more Euro content or anything like that, make sure you like and subscribe.